Okay, guys. Hi. Excuse me. It's the Truth Fairy. And this is for the people that don't have anything yet. And we will, I'm going to read some stuff to you guys so that you know what is going on here. So hold on just one second. And let me get back to my history so I can read this stuff to you guys. Actually, I screenshotted it. So give me just 1 second. Okay. So I'm going to wait for a second so everybody can kind of get in here. All right. Hey, Mike, what's up? Okay, so this is for late May. This is from the AARP, and this was 2 days ago. The IRS says it will accelerate the issuance of many millions of remaining stimulus payments by paper check in late May. The IRS also started issuing stimulus payments both electronically and by paper checks to approximately 1.4 million people. For SSI recipients and Social Security beneficiaries whose monthly benefits are managed on their behalf, representative payees. In addition, the IRS has announced it will mail out stimulus payments in the form of prepaid debit cards rather than paper checks for approximately 4 million people. Okay, so this is June. I'm going to read June's. The IRS says it will continue to issue stimulus payments by paper check in June. In addition, the Social Security Administration says beneficiaries living in American Samoa, Guam, Puerto Rico, the Northern Mariana Islands, and the U.S. Virgin Islands could begin receiving their stimulus payments in early June, according to the Social Security Administration. And the tax authority in each U.S. territory rather than the IRS will send out the stimulus payments to its residents. Okay. And then you can start by checking the Get My Payment tool. I don't know if a lot of people do that or not, have or not, or have gotten anything or not. Hello, Fred. Hi, Vale. And then is anybody watching right this second that has not gotten a check? What state do you live in? Did you do non-filers? Did you do nothing? Let me know. And I'm going to get you guys information. Are they going to do another? Yes, they probably are. And I will move on to that as soon as all of the people that watch me have gotten their first stimulus. I'm not moving on until that happens. I'm going to hang in here with every single person. Hey, James. Anybody that doesn't have a payment. I know a lot of people have hit me up this afternoon in the comments and things like that. Hi, Mark. And told me that they don't have a payment yet. If you don't have a payment and you live in those places I just said, how are you doing? Hi, Lawrence. I'm good. Under Pacia, I receive a check because I didn't receive anything on my Direct Express card. I get Social SSI. And you still haven't received anything, Lawrence? What state do you live in, sir? Called Hero Academy, they said. Okay, I haven't gotten anything yet. I'm on SSI and I have a payee. Lancaster, California. Okay. That is not one of the ones that it should be coming. Look, I saw a post a couple of days ago. I haven't done anything for a couple of days. I went out to my daughter's to rest. I needed it. I was overtired and over everything. But now I'm back. I'm refreshed. And I saw a post a couple of days ago that has since been taken down. But it said the next round of stimulus checks that will go to Social Security people will go on Direct Express cards if you've done nothing and you didn't do the non-filers tool between the 1st and the 6th and the 6th and the 15th. And I know that that's June 15th is not what y'all want to hear. But the Social Security Administration and Direct Express and IRS have had a hell of a time getting together and getting everybody's information so that they can put said payment on whatever. If you did nothing, you will eventually get it on your Direct Express card. How long will you have to wait? I don't know. If you did non-filers, you put nothing in, or you missed the deadline, you'll get a paper check or a debit card, depending on what state you live in. If you did absolutely nothing and you're waiting on the IRS and SSA to get together for your thing, you will get it before June 15th, but I can't tell you when, because I don't know exactly when they're doing another round, and they took that post down. Can't find it. I should have screenshotted it. I was at Gabby's though, and I really didn't even think about it. I thought I'll come back to it later. I bookmarked it, went back to the bookmark, and the page no longer exists. So the music you sent me, Bobby, was off the chain. Has a good beat to it.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, James. So did you guys get that? The people that still don't have anything? I don't know when. I wish I could give you a date when they're going to load more pending deposits, when you got a shot of getting this. The only thing I can say, because I'm telling you guys the truth, and there's not a ton of information out there, no matter what other stimulus channels say, they read straight from the places I read from. They don't get any more information than I get. All they do is hem-haw around about it for 15 minutes, and you really don't know any more than you did when you started watching. I can tell you, if you're on Social Security and you did nothing, it will come to your Direct Express card before June the 15th. That's all I know. Now, if you want to try the 1-800 number, I'll give that to you guys again. You can try the 1-800 number, 1-800 number, and try to call them and stay on the line for 2 or 3 hours, but they're notorious for hanging up. And if you get the information, it's just as vague as I gave it to you now. Some people can. Some people get dates. Some people get pending deposit dates from that phone number. But I had a real hard time getting in this afternoon. I helped my neighbor get his. He still hasn't received it. I did it 2 days after Bobby's on the non-filers, and it's my fault. I just found out about 15 minutes ago, because I've been doing nothing but that since I got home, that it wanted to file a state return for him, so it didn't do 0. It wanted to charge $14, so it never got e-filed. So I took the state return out and filed it for him. Unfortunately, it's way after the deal for any kind of direct deposit, but he'll get a check, and we live in one of the states, so he could possibly get a debit card. Might be a little faster. I know he's going to have to wait a couple weeks, but he's actually okay with that, so I'm okay with that. He just wants to know it's coming, and I get that, and that's what you guys want to. And I totally, completely understand that. I also want to let everybody know that Miss Nikki is the manager of this YouTube channel now. So if you can't get a hold of me, or you can't get in touch with me, I know that we're all pretty close on Facebook. If you are on Facebook and you're in my Facebook group or on my page, get a hold of Nikki, because Nikki can help you out. She manages this channel with me. She's behind the scenes, and that's how she wants to stay, Miss Nikki, and I know that you do. But she's going to be my promoter, because that's where I lack. That's where I'm not good at that part. I'm not good at the promoting. But Nikki is a star with that. So Nikki and I together are going to get this thing done. But I'm not going to leave you guys and move on to other content until every single one of the people that watch me have their check in hand, or we know why they don't. And then when that happens, we'll move on to the second stimulus, if that's what you guys want to do. I was thinking about doing some reaction videos to some court TV stuff, the Ahmaud Arbery shooting. Whoa.
Somebody is
right.
Your face is in chat.
Okay, that's fine. That's cool. I learned a few tricks this afternoon. I watched some YouTube videos, try to figure out how to do this better. I know y'all are getting half-ass service here. It's not because I don't want to. It's because I don't know how. But I'm learning. We're learning this together. We're going to do this together. Tanya, you still haven't got yours. Did you hear what I said earlier about, if you're on SSI, you have Direct Express, you have a payee. If you're on any kind of Social Security, from the Social Security Administration, you have a Direct Express card and you didn't touch the non-filers tool, before the 15th of June, you will get a pending deposit on your Direct Express card. That is absolutely 150,000% the truth. When? It's anybody's guess. I really don't know. I'm thinking that a lot of people that didn't get it and didn't have a pending deposit have their Social Security pending. My Social Security's been pending for days, which this is a new thing. Usually my Social Security pins 12 to 24 hours before it drops. The last 3 months, it's been pending almost a week early. It's crazy. Don't know why. Didn't even get my stimulus on my Direct Express card. I got it on a totally different card because I did non-filers. The Cash App. That's what mine came on. So I know a lot of you did. I know some of the people that I directed to go to non-filers and I was scared to death about got theirs yesterday. Thank goodness. Yay! Miss Cynthia Campos. And there was one other person that I told that it probably would be better to go to the non-filers tool, and they used cards before the deadline and they got theirs yesterday on the 28th. I don't think anybody should do the non-filers thing. It wasn't because I didn't. This is the deal. For Vincent, which is my neighbor, I couldn't use the non-filers tool. It would not allow me to. It said that I had to turn in a paper return. It was non-e-fileable. So I went to a thing called Free Tax USA. I also used it for Bobby's. I didn't use the non-filer tool for Bobby's. I used Free Tax USA. It was in the very beginning. I'll be honest. Once I did mine, I was all familiar with that thing. But I was like some of you. I got over there. I didn't figure out how to put it in desktop mode. I couldn't submit it. So I went and did theirs on the Free Tax USA thing. Worked perfect for Bobby. He got his in the mail 3 weeks ago. But because it asked for a state return, because it wasn't the non-filers tool, I had to go in and it was going to want to charge me $14. Well, I thought I said no and went ahead and e-filed his. And now it's even coming back that he has to do a paper return, but it finally took the e-file after about 30 minutes. On the non-filers tool. Go figure. I don't know. I have no idea, but I got it straightened out for him. In 2 to 3 weeks, he'll have a debit card or a check, one of the two. That's all he cares about. He don't care when. He just wants to make sure that he's getting it. Hi, Gabby. She kidnapped me for 2 days and made me rest and just was the hostess of the mostest. I had so much fun at her house. We don't live but like 35 miles from each other, but we don't see each other as much as I would like to. Come say hi, Mr. Gold, everyone. They're asking about you.
What's up, everybody?
There's Bobby. We had a lot of fun at Gabby's house. We played some disc golf. Her boyfriend, Frank, is a disc golf pro. That dude is off the hook chain on that stuff. I look stupid. I just look stupid. Bobby's pretty good. Gabby's decent. Golf in general for me is not a good idea. Just not a good idea. Non-filers with dependents. Have you gotten your check, just not the dependent money? I'm guessing, Sarah. Correct? Still haven't got mine either, SSI Direct Express. Mary, have you done nothing like they asked, or did you use the non-filers tool? That's all I need to know, is if you guys did nothing, it will be on your Direct Express card before June the 15th. That's the best information. After 45 minutes to an hour of straight, I got off the phone with Nikki right before 8 o'clock, and I told her I'd be live by 8:30. But I went down the IRS and SSA rabbit hole. I couldn't find anything, you guys. The one post that gave me good information got taken down for some reason. It's no longer there. I bookmarked it, but I can't find it now. So, Mark says hi, Bobby.
Hello, Mark.
You are a good daughter, Gabby. Aw. Hey, that's Vincent. Let him know what's going on. So that's my neighbor. I screwed it up. It's my fault. So my fault. The reason. It's been sitting there saying that it was going to be mailed because it got the main portion of it, but it was waiting to e-file state. See, Bobby's never asked me for a state return. I don't know why Vincent's did. He was even going to get money back. But I backed off of it and said no state return because I didn't want to pay the $14. I don't have it. He don't have it. So I couldn't do it, but I finally got it through on non-filers. It took the e-file. It gave me the confirmation. We're all good. In 2 to 3 weeks, he should get a debit card or a, was he not there?
No, he's there. He's here.
Oh, okay. Well, you want to go see if you can find him? Okay. I'm trying to get this news to him because he doesn't know yet. Other than he knows that I screwed up and I was going to fix it for him and he don't care as long as he gets it. That was a couple hours ago. So on SSI, I have Direct Express, did nothing, still waiting. Okay. If you did nothing, listen up. If you did nothing, you have SSI, SSDI, any kind of Social Security that goes to a Direct Express card, you will have a pending deposit that will drop before the 15th of June. That is an absolute 100% fact. If you did the non-filers, you're still waiting on non-filers. However you did that, whether you did it before the thing or before the cutoff or after the cutoff. If you did it after the cutoff, then it'll be check, a debit card, or a check. Either way. However you did it, if you left it blank. If you're in the 9 to 10 participating states, which I can look those up and let you know, it's like Maine, Massachusetts. Let me get the exact ones because I don't want to say the wrong thing. You're going to get it. If you did nothing and you have Direct Express and you're on Social Security before the 15th of June, you will have that money on that card. That's 100% fact. 100% fact. You will get it on that card if you did nothing. The only way that you wouldn't get it on your Direct Express card is if you went over and did non-filers, left it blank, you'll get a paper check or debit card. If you put it in before the 13th, the 15th was the deadline. If you put it in, you'll get it on that card. Most everybody that did that, though, has gotten it. I don't think I have any late people that went over there and did non-filers. Oh, that's right. Nikki received extra food stamps yesterday because her child is out of school and doesn't get the lunches. So they put it on her food stamp card. Also, they have renewed in all of the United States in June. If you have been getting extra food stamps, you will receive it again one more time in June. But I don't think they're going to renew it for July. Definitely for June, though. I've been getting my main amount, and then a week to 2 weeks later, I get an additional amount. What if your son is on SSDI? Do you still have to wait till the 15th? Well, it's not that you have to wait till the 15th. It's not waiting till the 15th. They are wrapping up Social Security, and everybody on Direct Express will be paid or have a pending deposit by the 15th of June. It doesn't matter if you have a payee. It doesn't matter if you don't have a payee. It doesn't matter if you're on SSI, SSD. It could be any time from the 1st to the 15th. I'm thinking because they normally do rounds. You guys see how they've been doing it. It starts with pending deposits on like a Thursday or Friday, goes through the weekend to the first of the week, pins until Wednesday or Thursday, and then drops Wednesday or Thursday. I'm thinking the next round for Social Security is going to be between now and the 10th of June. Maybe it's a shorter window, maybe it's not. That's a guess based on what I've read from the new information tonight. And if you're in like Guam or the Virgin Islands or like territories of the United States, if you haven't gotten it, that's why you haven't gotten it, because they've waited till the very end to do those for those people, to get it on there for those people. And it's not the IRS that's giving it to you, it's your territory that's giving you the stimulus, which is why it's been put off till this long. From all the stuff that I read, I left you a comment and I didn't non-filers and I didn't leave it blank. You did non-filers, you didn't leave it blank. Was it before the 15th? Annie Cole? Was it before the cutoff on the 15th? Because if you did it after the 15th and you put the information in, they're not going to accept it. There was a cutoff of the 15th. If you did it before the 15th, you should be getting it any day. Like any day, within the next few days, as a matter of fact. I just don't. And everybody that went and did non-filers right about the time that I told people, if you want, make your decision with your family. If you want to do non-filers, do it. All of those people have gotten their payments. All of them. I wrote them all down. They've all contacted me. I've marked everybody off. And every person who did non-filers, when I encouraged you guys to do so, okay, thank you. I went on non-filers April, and they said we had to, but okay. So Catherine, you did the non-filers in April. What day in April? What if it goes to your bank and not a card? Well, I mean, it will only go to your bank if you provided the IRS with that bank account information. If you didn't give the IRS information, the only information they can get from you comes from the Social Security Administration. That is why this is taking so god awful amounts along, you guys. Yeah, but if that's how you did it, and you put a certain bank account on the non-filers tool, that's exactly how you'll get it. It's exactly how you'll get it. If you didn't touch the non-filers tool, you'll get it however you get your benefits every month, whether that's Direct Express, a bank account of your choosing that it comes on every month, or if you're still old school and just get that paper check. That's how your stimulus will come, is how you get your benefits as long as you did nothing. As long as you did nothing. Have you said anything about the other? I haven't said anything about the next round of stimulus, and here's why, Sherry. I'm going to stick with my people. Never, never leave your wingman. Never leave your wing. I'm not leaving these people till they get it. I'm not. I'm not moving on to new stimulus till everybody gets it. I'm just not. But when everybody gets it, and like 99.9% of my people have stimulus checks in their hand, we will move on to the second one. It looks good. It looks like we might get it. My daughter knows more about that than I do. But she was here in the chat. I don't know if she's still here or not. Gabby, if you're still here, hit us with some new stimulus just so that we can update people. But as for doing a video and moving on, not till everybody gets theirs. I'm not doing it. I'm not leaving them. I'm not going to just act like that so many people have gotten it and there's these few people that haven't, and I'm just going to move on to other content. It's not happening. I'm going to support these people till their check's in their hand. That's just the way I am. I'm not moving on until everybody gets it. That's why I wanted to do this tonight, so that you guys know. I was going to do that whole Carol Baskins thing last night because all day yesterday, Gabby, and Carol Baskins, she killed her husband. She whacked him. You'll never convince me it didn't happen. I know that's not right. It's close though. Fed him to tigers. They snack it. Carol Baskins, some kind of dance on TikTok. I don't know. Not 100% familiar with TikTok. I have it. Never used it. I read a ton of shit yesterday about it. There ain't no evidence that woman's fed her husband to tigers. I'm the truth fairy and not the disinformation fairy. There's no one left behind. That's right. No one left behind. I'm not moving on until everybody that watches this channel and has asked me questions and has wondered about this whole thing the whole time gets their stimulus in their hand, or we find out why. I still think that there's a few of you, though, that got claimed as a dependent and might not know it. Non-filer with dependents. They are about in the same spot with when you're going to get your dependent money as they were with payees, about 2. It's coming in batches, guys. The Social Security and the IRS are not playing well together, okay? They're not. They're not at all. If you've seen, these have come out in batches. There are still people on here with SSDI, which they covered in late April. My mother and father-in-law, my father-in-law is on SSDI, ex-father-in-law, is on SSDI. They got theirs on the 29th of April, like a lot of people did. There's still people that don't, though, that have a Direct Express card that have done nothing. If that is your deal, that's your deal. You've done nothing. You did nothing with the non-filers. You've waited like everybody told you, and your benefits come on Direct Express every month. you will get a pending deposit to be dropped in your account before the 15th of June. That I know. Anything else is a wild guess at this point based on the information I've read, which is what it's been the whole time, you guys. Except for the 13th when I actually called my paper and knew, most of the things that I've told you have been intelligent, educated guesses based on the information that I've received and read. That's the best you can do. And at least I'm not just doing some crazy thing that you, by the end of my video, you have no clue what's going on still. Sorry, I haven't been on for a while. Been so busy. Hey, Harold, I understand. I'm still working on your stuff. I still think that is unfair on levels that it ain't even right. But from what I'm being told, if you check that box, you're screwed. You're screwed. You're screwed for now. You're screwed for the next one. You're screwed for everything. Except, no, not for the next one. If you were claimed as a dependent or you check that box for this next $1,200, it's no big deal. You'll get it anyway. But you're screwed for this one, and you probably won't get it in January if you file a tax return. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Why put the box there in the first place? I've still not gotten any information on why that box is there in the first place. It serves no purpose other than to confuse people. And I don't understand it. My bank information in, called the number and checked my mail and nothing. Okay. Annie, what did you remember what day of the, it was it the 15th or 16th, Catherine Jenkins? Okay, thank you for letting me know. Okay, Sherry. Mine is direct deposits. Sarah, you got yours is direct deposit. That's how you get your normal check. You didn't do non-filers. Okay, one more time. However you get your normal benefits, okay? It's me. I have direct express card. I have SSI. Let's say in an alternate universe, I didn't touch non-filers. I still have nothing. I will get it because if you qualify, you qualify. If you have SSI, you qualify. Unless someone claimed you as a dependent or you owe child support, back child support, something like that. Someone claimed you, you're not aware of it. That's been happening. I have somebody I talked to the other day for an hour. Their ex-husband claimed her and her daughter. He's on the run, and for some reason, got away with that shit. Don't understand it. I don't get it. But that is the only way. You can file in January, and I think you should, Harold. Will you get it? It's worth a try. It's worth a try. They say that if you check that box, you don't get it. But that's not the rules. The rules are if you file in January and you're not claimed as a dependent, you get it as a tax refund. I would still do it anyway, and I would make them explain to me why they're not if they're not. I did do non-filers with SSI and 3 dependents. Did I do something wrong? I don't. Sarah, did you get confirmation? If you do the non-filers thing, if you did it correctly and they accepted your e-file or they accepted your file for dependents, you will get email confirmation from non-filers that it was accepted and that you, I mean, if you didn't get an accepted email, go back and look, Sarah, and see if you got an email that says that the IRS accepted your e-file. This is the problem I've had with my next door neighbor. Apparently, when I did it the first time, it didn't accept the e-file because there was a state return attached to it. I screwed up. Thank God he's not upset with me. Yeah, I know. I hope so. And what happened the second one, I heard I don't know. There's something in the way of my chat, so I don't know how to get rid of it either. No, please don't pull that up. Crap. Sorry, guys. Let's go in here and pull this down. There we go. Fixed it. Yeah, I know. Hope so. And what about the second one? I heard the next stimulus check. It don't matter if you're a dependent. Yeah, it doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter if you're dependent. It looks like every has a social security number, even if you owe child support this next time.
If you're a dependent, you get 12.
If you're a dependent, you get $1,200. If you're not, if they do not take, if they don't take it for child support, you do not have to be any certain age. Everybody gets it. If you are 0 to 99, you don't make over $75,000 a person or individually, or I think it's 230 if you file jointly. If you don't file at all, then that's not a big deal. I hope that if we get a second one, they do something different for SSI people or Social Security people, because this is a joke. This can be handled so much better. There's got to be a better way. There's just got to be a better way. I mean, honestly, the better way would have been to tell people on Social Security to do a non-filer's return so the IRS had your information. That would have been the best way. It would have. I feel like that would have been the best way. You know, I just don't know what more information I can tell you guys. That is the best information I have to give you. Brandon says, hi, Bobby. Sarah, yes, you did. Okay. Then you're good. You're good. Here's what we have been made. There's a running joke in this house and with our neighbors and with other people. You don't get your stimulus until you've given up hope.
You gotta give up.
Bobby did it.
You gotta give up.
2 days later, got his check. I gave up completely. Completely. I was like, I did non-filers wrong. They're not going to give it to me because I screwed up. 2 days later, I got mine.
That's just a theory.
It's just a theory. I mean, you know, it's like people give up and they're like, you know, Vincent next door, he's like, I'm not getting it. Somebody stole it. I'm not getting it. It was my mess up. I screwed that up. Thank God he's my friend and isn't upset with me. Because really, you know, without me, he wouldn't have been able to do any of it. So, you know, he's just happy he's getting it. And it's not somebody that steal it out of his mailbox. Really. That was his biggest problem. Someone also told me to file an amend. You can do an amend. You can amend it if you want to. I don't exactly know how you would go about doing that. They said there was no way to do that. Yeah. Or we'll wait till 2020 to file it. I would just wait until January of 2020, Harold, and go in and have the person doing your taxes amend it at that time. Obviously, maybe that would work. I don't know. Have it amended at that time. Make sure nobody does file or claim you as a dependent. Uncheck that god-awful box and send in a new one. I don't see one. That's what I argued about the other night for the longest time. That check mark in that box shouldn't follow you to next year. The only thing that follows you to your next tax season is your Social Security number and maybe your address if it's the same phone number, but not that stupid box. That makes no sense. And Alyssa finally got a date on hers. I'm good. How are you, ma'am? Slowly, everybody's starting to get it. They are. If you did non-filers, I'm saying it would be really hard to screw that up. I don't think it's almost non-screw-upable unless you check that stupid box. Unless you check that stupid box.
The devil box.
That devil box. We've been talking about it for days. Me and Bobby, we call it the devil box. It's ridiculous and it's put there to throw people off. I believe it. It gets put on there to throw people off. I really do. Also, when I printed my paper from the non-filers tool, it shows boxes unchecked. What? Who's telling you checked the box then? Are you for real, Harold?
Turn it.
Because absolutely there is no way. There's no way that when you printed it and you didn't check that box that they're telling you that box is checked. How the hell is it checked then? That makes no sense. We're going to do some more checking on that's not right. If when you downloaded or printed your non-filer return, that box isn't checked, you tell the IRS to shove it where the sun don't shine and send you your check. That's stupid. I'm doing good now. Thank you. I'm glad you're doing good, Alyssa. That's awesome. I'm so glad you finally got yours. There's a few people that just stand out to me. And when those people get it, I'm so so excited. Like Cynthia Campos, I was so excited for her because she went to non-filers because I somewhat told some of you to do that because I felt like it'd be faster. And she got it the same day as she would have got it if she'd done nothing. And maybe not even then. There's a lot of people still don't have it. Oh, I'm freezing up. Okay. My bad did it at the same time. Okay. Catherine, when did you do it? What date? Non-filers. Still nothing yet for me. Ozzy, did you do non-filers, Ozzy, or did you do nothing and you just have a bank account, not a direct express card? If you did nothing on the non-filers and you haven't gotten it, you'll get it the same way you get your benefits between now, maybe not now, maybe the 1st or 2nd, 3rd, somewhere around in there, to the 15th. They are supposed to, this is the IRS though, supposed to have Social Security completely wrapped up by the 15th of June. That's what it says. That's what they're saying. You can go and look at that right now on Disability Secrets or the AARP. It's in that same article I just read, you guys, earlier in the live. I did nothing. I have a bank account. Then it will come to you in that bank account, Ozzy, before the 15th of June. That I know for a fact. Will it be delayed maybe a little later? I can't say that. What I could say for 100% sure is you will get your stimulus if you qualify on whatever you get your monthly payments on from regular Social Security. He didn't get a pending date. Okay. What date did you go in and do non-filers is what I'm asking. Because I can, knowing non-filers like I know it, I can give you a roundabout date that you should get it, knowing what date you filed. I know how long non-filers takes for just about everybody, and it's about the same. It's about 14 days, give or take, from the day that you filed. So if I change something and try to print it, shows updated because it saves in there when I do something. If you have something from non-filers, or you can go back in and sign back into non-filers, which you can do. You just use the username and password that you used when you did it. Okay. Go back in there and it will tell you if anything's happened or anything like that. If you downloaded it and that check mark is not in that box and you have proof of that, I would absolutely screenshot that shit and call IRS. I don't care if you have to wait online or on hold for 3 days, and absolutely find out where you can fax that. Period. End of story. You need to call SS office to find out. You can. I believe that you can call Social Security. I think their main 1-800 number is still up and running. Individual offices, however, are still closed in every state for COVID-19. I do know that. We're in phase 3 of reopening in Oklahoma. Our numbers have gone way up. They have. Not exponentially, but enough to be able to say that we're open and we're mingling around. Yes, Ozzy, it's a clusterfuck. You're absolutely right. It's the biggest clusterfuck I've ever seen in my life. And it's like they don't give a shit. It's like, we'll figure this out however we need to. They'll wait as long as we make them wait. However long it takes us to get our shit together. It's beyond me why they couldn't do like 4 or 5 different batches and send out everybody's and been done with Social Security before the middle of May. It's ridiculous to me and it makes no sense. I printed it so I can send it to them. I fax it. Did you read the last 2 or 3 messages I sent to explain why it was unchecked and what I did? Yes. I went back. I tried to uncheck the box and tried to resubmit it. IRS already accept. Yeah, I understand. It already got accepted with the box checked. But here's the deal.
Oh, okay.
You said you had something when you printed it off in the beginning that showed that it was unchecked. It's either checked or it's unchecked.
No, he's saying that he put it in check. He checked it, but whenever he later on printed off the thing, he revised it and it was unchecked.
And they already accepted
when they accepted it. It was checked.
I got you. Is Bobby right about that? Print it so I can send it to them. Okay, I already read that one. I call the 1-800-829. Oh, okay. This is the number that I've called a bunch of times, and it's the number that's on the letter that Bobby got from our dear friend Trump. And it is 1-800-919-9835. I'm going to put it right here and put it into the chat so that everybody can have it. And I've been told, I couldn't get it to do it today, though. I've been told if you stay on the phone and you don't really press any of the numbers and you just hang out and don't do anything, that you can get to someone to talk to. Make sure that's right. 9835. Okay, there we go, peeps. That's the one where you can supposedly talk to someone. Now, here's my problem with that for right now. I did that today. I did absolutely nothing. Me and Bobby pressed absolutely nothing. And it hung up on us. Just hung up on us twice. Because I was trying to get through so that I could ask some questions for you guys and so I could find out what was going on with my neighbor. We did it 3 times, hung on us all 3 times. The first 2 times we did press numbers. The 3rd time we didn't, hung up on us all 3 times. I even asked somebody how you get through now to actually talk to somebody. Has anybody done that like in the last couple of days? You know, if they've changed that, if there's not any people doing that anymore, does anybody know what's going on there? I did download an app from the USPS, and I got a message from IRS saying that my EIP will arrive, and they sent it to me last Monday. Perfect.
Excellent. Yeah,
that's perfect, Annie.
Stuff
That's perfect. You should be getting it. If they sent it last Monday, today is Friday. They sent Bobby's out on Monday the 4th, and he got it on Saturday the 9th. I would be looking in your mailbox tomorrow, ma'am. I bet you anything. April 15th. Okay, so April 15th. Oh, God, that's a long time ago. It's the 29th. Okay, oh, Catherine. And you said you got the email and everything. Did you? Oh, my God, April 15th? That was before I did Bobby's even. Mine, my neighbors, everything. You should have it by now, Catherine. Like, I don't understand that. I would definitely take this number and call it tomorrow.
Or do the Postal Service.
Or do the U.S. Postal Service thing like Annie did. And I did it for Vincent. And it was my mistake. I'm the one that screwed up. So obviously I'm not going to get anything in that right now. But that'll come in handy closer to time for him to get it. But it's this app, right? It's Informed Delivery is what it's called. Through the